Just like completing a great legendary run through Capitol building, it's time for the end. The top 13 of the week. Week 47 in the top 13 content creators showcase. And the showcase is about ready to begin. Who made first? Who made the countdown? These are the questions we always are on our minds as we enter the countdown. And today we have a few first time people on the chart. In fact, one guy has just started making videos and he ends up right here in the countdown. That guy did 3 build videos and 3 streams and was able to make the countdown. But let's start at 13th place. 18 points. And how he got those 18 points was 9 streams. E the Rippa made the countdown, and he's in that genre of so many that's starting to make the countdown. They go in the dark zone. They show a lot of player-on-player contact. Some of it can get quite toxic, but it's entertaining to some, and they're making a lot of videos, so they're ended up a lot of the countdown. Check out E the Ripper. Also with 18 points here in 13th place is Iggy. You've heard me refer to him. I got your 6 games. The man from Houston. He's more a streamer, and he got here with 18 points with 9 streams. Those make the same as like the DZ videos. They're both 2 points apiece. So that's how he got his 18 points. So congratulations, Iggy, for your 13th place. Check his podcast. He's got some really interesting guests, including this guy right here. It was on 2 episodes just last week. This is Bear Essentials, yours truly. 18 points as well. And how he got here was 7 daily videos, the What's Happening in Division series, which he does every day. It's not just a lot of loot, it's a little bit of everything that's happening in Division that day, from season events to special events. Of course, a lot of loot's covered, tips and tricks along the way. And then he also was able to crank out 2 news videos, one of them being the top 13 from last week, and of course he gets a bonus for that. All adds up to 18 points, gets him up here in 13th place. Here's that first time guy on the countdown. He did it with 3 streams, 2 points apiece, and 3 build videos, which were 4 points apiece. He may be a new content creator, but he's not new to the game, and he's able to have a good understanding. Please stop by and check out HIPPOTOAMUS and his new channel, and please give him support. He could easily be the next identity, the next hippopotamus, right? So check him out. Give him some love. Hey, Beckett was first just 2 weeks ago, and now, or last week, he was first last week, and now he's here at 11th, still with 18 points. So it was a 5-way tie here at 18th, and the 10th place person was just 1 point ahead of that. In fact, there's only like 5 points that separate the tie for 13th all the way up to like 4th or 5th. There's only like 5 points that separate all these guys. It's very close. In fact, there was a few people that just barely missed the countdown. But Beckett did a great job up here. I hope you check him out. He's on the countdown almost every week. Check him out and give him some love. Give some subscribes, thumbs up. Here is Kami Van Doom. Again, one of those guys that's pushing for Content Creator of the Year. He's still making a good run, but he falls clear down here to 10th place this week with 19 points. Also tied with number 9th place. But Kami's got a lot going on. He's got some great programs going on in his channels. Check him out. And he's got an excellent Discord that's growing just like his YouTube channel that's well over 20,000 subscribers, and his Discord's now over 1,400. Awesome job. Here's Lyrical Fighter. Believe it or not, Lyrical Fighter's first time on the countdown in 47 weeks. He doesn't crank out a ton of videos, but this week he cranked out the few videos he did. He's in 19th spot, but he also cranked out a few build videos. Actually, one more build video than Kami, so he got the tie break to end up here in 9th place instead of the 10th place. So congratulations, that funny little guy that runs around the PvP and the dark zone, kind of toxic with humor, and it's pretty interesting. Check out Lyrical Fighter. I know he's been a popular long time content creator. Here's another guy that's in that same genre, runs around the dark zone. Pretty colorful language, but he does a lot of videos, and he was able to crank out 20 points with his videos this week, 10 streams. So check out Frog the God. Excellent job ending up here at 8th place with 20 points, and he was in a 3-way tie with Lyrical Fighter and the guy here in 7th place with it, which is his first time on the countdown, and that's KAREEM ABRAMS. So give him some love, check him out. He did a great job. Really strong builds to check out. They're a little different. Comes at it from a different aspect. So maybe it will stir as you look at this newer guy's content. You can kind of check out and see if he's thinking in a different direction and get you pointed in a maybe that'll work kind of mode. So please check out the beginning for his tab and go in and give some love, give the subscribes to KAREEM ABRAMS. Running Butcher is no stranger to the countdown, and any of you that's watching surely know that. He had 22 points all by himself here in 6th place, and you know Running Butcher is not only on the countdown very regular with his build videos, but his build videos are actually in the top 15, top 10 most popular videos of any given week these days. So he's popular, and he's actually cranking out enough content to end up here on top 13. So congratulations, Running Butcher. 5th place, back to Gamey Daddy. And Gamey Daddy's one of those guys that's from the top of the countdown down to the bottom. Sometimes, every once in a while, he'll miss, but he's also definitely in Content Creator in the Year, and finishing this far ahead of Kazakami Van Doom and BYERS. And since DJSAS is kind of not hitting the countdown of late, just doing a few stream videos a week, Gamey Daddy's kind of closing that gap, and it's going to be a tight race up here with the 4 or 5 people that's atop the countdown for the whole entire year of year 2. And Gamey Daddy's making a very good race out of it, and him finishing 5th this week helps his cause. Here's the next boxer that you might remember. He used to go by the name of What's It Fox Gaming, and it's not his first time on the countdown, but he hadn't made the countdown in a while. And if you're not familiar with his stuff, why don't you check him out? But if you're familiar with KAMIKAZE Van Doom, you might have seen him on one of his videos last week with another content creator, Jacob R24. And the content creators got together and were running around Conflict, doing a great job. And it was worth checking out. I hope to see a lot more of these collaboration videos as maybe content creators will start working together instead of, being apart and treating each other like competition more. Help the community and work together, kind of show different aspects. Because it was real neat watching that video, because you could see from different aspects. If you went over to Fox's channel, you could see how Fox seen it. Maybe you go over to Jacob's channel, you might see how he was seeing it. You put it all together, you kind of seen how the whole group was working. So here in third place, no stranger to the countdown, and again, one of those top guys running for Content Creator of the Year is Patrick Wolf. Patrick Wolf is very consistent, and again, it earned him a tie with 25 points with second place finisher. Congratulations, Patrick Wolf. Great finish here in week 47. So, second place, 25 points, like I just said, JEJE TV, and he's been doing a great job up here at the top of the countdown. Now, actually, had we not limited how many build videos you can make in a week, he actually turned out 7 build videos this week. But as we do, once you get 5 build videos in for 1 week, then each build video after that loses a point per thing. So that's why he ended up with 7 build videos that might have earned him 28 points, and it only ends up getting 25 points, because the 6th one only earns him 3, and the 7th one only earns him 2 points. If you would have made an 8th video, it would have only been 1, and after that it wouldn't have gave him any points at all. So who's in number 1? Anytime Gaming, and Anytime Gaming's been having a pretty good streak up here. He's been showing up at the top of the countdown anywhere from 4th, 5th, 2nd, but this is his first time he's hit the top of the countdown this quarter. But altogether, because of his consistency, he is actually probably one of the leaders for the quarter. If I added it all up right now, he would probably be very much in the running, or maybe even at the top of the heap. And hitting first this week definitely helps his cause, being the number 1 content creator for quarter 4. And he is also making a pretty good run on being one of the top 13 for the whole entire year. So let's have a big round of applause for all the guys that made the top 13 this week. And if you weren't one, don't fret, don't take disheartened or anything else. That doesn't mean as much. There's some great content creators cranking out some great support from all their subs. When they only make 1 or 2 videos a week, but yet they have a big following because they make consistent countdowns. And I can name a few: Identity, Cold Boy, Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear, Sergeant Graybeard, NGN, and he cranked out another great lore video this week. All those guys are great content creators, and their quality I look up to. There's something that each content creator brings to the game, and there's more than enough room. We now track almost 600 people making some kind of content on YouTube for Division and Division 2. And there's room for more, because some people fall off, some people get burnout. Players aren't the only ones that get burnt out. Sometimes it's the content creators that get burnt out. I've seen some articles of late of why people feel that there's just no content in the game. And there's a lot of content. In fact, right now there's a lot of content being made over speculation. What's coming? Is there anything coming? How bad does being in Star Wars going to affect the future of Division? How is the optimization station revamp going to help or hurt the game? once everybody has everything maximized, are they going to just be bored and say there's nothing to do in the game? So all these are great questions and great things going on in Division 2. I hope you can be part of it. I hope I can encourage you to be a great content creator. And if you're not already, or you're thinking about it, please jump in here. And if you do, check out our Discord, Top 13 Discord, and it's a place where people aspiring to be content creators, our content creators, can share anything from the equipment they use to techniques they use to display their videos, to understand what it is to be a community and work together as a community. And if you have some grievances, you can go in there and, you know, message each other, kind of iron it out, because a lot of times the disagreements we have among the content creators, with a little bit of communication, a lot of that could be resolved. It's just maybe one guy was making the same kind of video, but it took him 2 or 3 days to kind of get everything together to make the video, and the other guy threw his video together and put it out there and said, well, I made my video first. You know, it's just like I had a great content creator this week make a video, and his build name was a name that I used on one of my build videos, you know, 3 months before. But that doesn't mean anything. You know, how many different ways can you call a build that's based around fire? You know, he didn't copy nothing from me. He might not even know that I made that video. Probably didn't. You know, there's no harm, no foul. He's giving content to the masses. You know, he's built his brand since Division 1. So all the love to each and every one of them. And, you know, if we do have disagreements, I've had my share of disagreements, but we can get together and we can be a good community. We can support each other. We can help each other out. And that's what this channel is all about, is to give some love to the people working hard, to get the people that don't make content. They can come here and say, oh, I've never heard of that guy before, and check him out. Or, you know, where's my favorite guy? Well, you come to find out your guy's not making videos this week, or, you know, he only made 1 or 2 videos, and that's why he's not on the countdown. It's not that I dislike somebody. You know, if your favorite content creator, like GC Rock, he had 17 points this week. Just 1 more point, he's on the countdown. Stalker 84 SOT, he's been missing the countdown, or just barely making the countdown by 1 point here or there. Now for a month, he's finished like real close, and then sometimes he actually cracks at 13, but it's only by a point or 2, and it would only took just, you know, a quick video, a stream, or a build would have knocked him up 4 or 5 spots. So again, this is just an opportunity that I take the time to database all this, to collect all the data, to put this together. And I know there's some haters out there. You have that right to do what you do, and it's just not me. I've seen some great content creators that have tons of people hating their videos, and I really don't understand why these guys are putting a lot of time and effort, or putting themselves out there. So I want to congratulate them and give them a spotlight, and that's what this show is about. I'm Bear Essentials, and Bear Buyers. The show is Top 13 Content Creator Showcase, and all these guys are the stars. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the grind.